You have seen everyone talking about AI apps, but they seem complicated and technical. What if I told you that today, right now, you can build your own custom AI application using Claude's simple interface? No programming, no confusing setup, just following a few simple steps to create something that actually solves a real problem for you. Imagine building your own AI tool without any coding experience. Today you'll learn how. Think about the most repetitive tasks in your workflow. Now picture having an assistant dedicated specifically to them, available instantly. That's the power here. You are not just using a generic tool, you are creating a tailored agent that understands your exact needs, dramatically cutting the friction from idea to execution every single time. But everyone talks about generic efficiency. The deeper truth is about leverage. By pre-configuring an assistant, you are not saving minutes. You are capturing your hard-won expertise into a system that works for you permanently. This transforms a one-time effort into a scalable asset. That's strategic ownership, not just a time saver. Think about the last time you hit a wall trying to explain your unique process to someone. The real power isn't just in getting an answer. It's in getting your answer. You encode your methodology into a system that thinks and operates with your specific logic. This creates a perpetual thinking partner that scales your personal genius. Forget everything you know about building AI. This is something completely different. Right. Open your browser and go to Claude.ai. This isn't just another login screen. This console is your launchpad. It is the direct interface to a new level of capability where you stop just asking questions and start issuing commands. Your entire project begins the moment you authenticate. Navigate to the interface. Locate console or apps. This is your command center. You are no longer just a user making requests. You are entering the workshop where you will build and command. Finding this panel is the critical transition from passive consumption to active creation. This is your point of control. Think of it this way, chat mode is like having a helpful conversation at a coffee shop. App creation mode moves you into the kitchen where you write the recipes. You are defining the tools, the instructions, and the persona. This is the shift from asking for a meal to building the entire restaurant from the ground up. You think building AI assistants requires coding, but Claude proves otherwise. Forget the daunting blank page. This is like having a set of architectural blueprints. Choose the template matching your goal, chatbot, writer, analyzer, and you are not starting from scratch. You are starting from a proven foundation. The key insight is that your vision is instantly structured, letting you focus purely on the creative customization ahead. Your app's name is the first command to the system. It frames its entire purpose. What this means is that a precise, descriptive name like Research Assistant or Campaign Strategist does not just label your app, it programs its initial identity and focus, guiding every interaction that follows from the very first moment. Step 1 is where you define the conversation's entire trajectory. You are providing the initial guardrails. The key insight is that this isn't just a title, it is the primary directive. What this means is a structured template immediately establishes the professional tone and scope, so Claude does not generalize but operates with targeted precision from its first reply. What if your next AI assistant was custom-built without any coding? Custom instructions are where you define the exact persona you want. The key insight is that you are not just giving it tasks, you are engineering its character. Specify tone, scope, and response format. This transforms it from a generic tool into your own specialist. What this means is every single interaction will now feel purpose-built for you. Most people treat tone as decoration. That's backwards. Tone is infrastructure. A professional tone isn't just polite, it establishes boundaries and authority. A casual one breaks down barriers to confession. You are not picking a voice, you are pre-programming the psychological space where every conversation will happen. This decision alone dictates what truths your users will feel safe to share. Now, this is where things get dangerous. Defining scope is not about listing features, it is about drawing a psychological perimeter. What you exclude here dictates the depth of what you can solve. Leave it vague, and your app becomes a polite ghost, present but powerless. Be specific, and you build walls that paradoxically create immense space for real work inside. What if you could build an AI that thinks exactly like you do? So far, we've set up the logic. Now we feed it its memory. Upload your strategy docs, meeting notes, or core principles. The system processes this text, absorbing your unique expertise. From this point forward, every answer it provides will be grounded in your specific knowledge, creating a truly personalized intelligence that mirrors your perspective. Now, we give it voice. By crafting these sample dialogues, you are not just entering data. You are demonstrating the very tone, reasoning, and nuance you expect. The system learns to replicate your thought process in conversation, ensuring its responses do not just contain your knowledge, they carry your distinct style and approach to problem solving. This is how you move from a generic assistant to your personal expert. By defining exactly how you want information structured, whether it's a briefing, an analysis, or a simple list, you program the app's output. The key insight is that controlling the format controls the utility. You are architecting the final, most usable form of your knowledge. Anyone says you need code for AI. They are completely wrong. Let's prove it. Now, let's see it in action. Pose the exact questions you designed it for. The key insight is watching how it interprets your instructions. Does it answer with the tone and structure you specified? What this means is you are not just testing answers, you are validating its entire personality. Refine the prompt until it feels right. This is where your creator's instinct kicks in. Your first output will not be perfect, and that's the point. The pattern clearly indicates where your language is ambiguous. You are stress testing the logic of your own instructions. Refine aggressively. That last 10% of tuning is what transforms a generic bot into your distinct, reliable tool. The refinement phase reveals the crucial difference between theory and practice. It is not about fixing mistakes, but about aligning with your actual workflow. The key insight is that real-world use exposes the specific language your team uses, letting you sculpt an assistant that feels intuitive, not just correct. Forget everything you know about coding AI. The truth is much simpler. Think of it as giving a master key to an assistant who truly understands your brand. Instead of generic content, imagine an ally who crafts every message in your unique tone. This isn't just a tool, It is your tireless creative partner, ensuring everything you publish feels authentic and connects directly with your audience. What if you could distill a complex research paper into a concise bullet list in minutes? Or a competitor analysis into a strategic briefing? This is about reclaiming your most valuable asset, your time, by automating the tedious groundwork, so you can focus on the insight and innovation that truly moves your work forward. Think of a creative partner that does not just generate random ideas, but actively enforces your specific style, tone, and brand voice. The real power isn't in more ideas, it's in getting useful ideas that already feel like yours, eliminating the endless editing loop and letting you build from a foundation you actually want. Anyone thinks coding is essential for AI? They are completely wrong. Think of instructions like ordering from a chef. Saying make a good meal gets you something average. But saying I want the steak, medium rare, with garlic butter and roasted asparagus guarantees exactly what you crave. Specificity is your power. The AI, like the chef, can only work with the vision you provide. Vague orders create average results. Do not build a single, overburdened assistant. That's a recipe for mediocrity. The key insight is that one generalist cannot master every skill. Instead, build a team of specialists. A brilliant copywriter, a sharp analyst, and a meticulous editor, each with its own focused purpose. This creates a powerful, scalable system where every AI agent excels at its one perfect job. Your app is not a finished product. It is a living tool that will grow with you. Each time you identify a new, repetitive task, you embed that workflow into your Claude team. This continuous refinement is the difference between a one-time trick and a genuinely powerful, evolving system that anticipates your needs. You can build functional AI apps without any coding knowledge using Claude's interface. The key is writing clear, specific instructions that define your app's purpose and personality. Start with one simple app and expand as you discover what works for your workflow. Share what kind of Claude app you are planning to build in the comments below.